What's up, everybody? This is Empress Chaz. Just wanted to bring out some really important situations and issues in communities. What makes a community or an area bad is not necessarily the area itself. It's when you have people who move into the area, that come into the area, frequent the area, visit the areas, that make those areas bad. And even when you have slumlords, you have landlords who are owners of commercial and or real estate properties that really don't care about the people in the communities, and they don't care about really the properties. They just want to make profit, make money off those properties. So when you have these combination of things going on in a particular area, it will run down that area. It will deem that area as a bad area. But in essence, most areas, for the most part, are not bad. It is the people that are in those areas that make the area bad, and not all of the people, but you do have, those few who decide that they're going to contaminate the area, make it bad by doing stupid stuff, bringing crime into the area, drug activities into the area, gang banging into the area. Then that area becomes unsafe and it becomes a war zone. So what you can do as citizens in those areas that are bad, you can start taking a stand. You don't have to advertise or even tell anybody when you go or if you go to speak with the mayor, the governor, if you wrote them letters about, bringing change into the community, working as an activist, a community activist, to bring about change in the community. Me personally did work like that. I did volunteer work also with the Atlanta Police Department in Zone 3. And that area at one point in time, it used to be called Stewart Avenue, and it was, of course, known for drug, alcoholism, and it was just a lot of bad business, deceitful business practices in that particular area. And one of the missions, working with a community activist, she got me involved because, I just got tired of seeing all the crap going on in the community. So me made a commitment to get involved and to help do something about it. And so it's called Metropolitan Parkway now. It still has a long way to go, but anybody who knew it when it was Stewart Avenue and at this earlier stage of Metropolitan Parkway, you'll know that it was way worse than what it is now. I mean, like, it was on another level of just awful. So, the city government, your city government, your county government, your state government is only going to do so much based on how you, as the citizen, as the residents in those communities, involve yourselves. They can even know that, okay, this street is known for drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, known for panhandling, known for gang banging. But a lot of times, they're not going to really take an initiative to do anything about it unless somebody well-renowned, like one of their own, get killed, or someone related or real good friends with a police officer or a politician, legislator, etc. Anybody that's part of anybody in any governmental bodies of the city, state, and county gets robbed, get killed, or get injured in that area, then that's when they would really want to take initiative to try to change that area. or if it's a money opportunity, investment opportunity, like a developer comes in and say, look, I could bring the city more money in this area. This is what we can do. They come up with a plan. They strategize and strategize things. Did I say strategize? That didn't make no sense. Sorry. Strategizes things, and they come to a conclusion, and they come up with a plan to redevelop that community, renovate it, push all the bad people out, and hopefully the good ones will be able to afford to stay in it. And one thing that they're doing, which I'm quite sure a lot of people have seen, is they raise the prices. They make the rent so unbearable that even if you're pushing drugs, you still more than likely not going to be able to really afford to stay there unless you're really doing some serious hard drug pushing. And if you're doing some really serious hard drug pushing, then they're going to really catch you, because now they know, okay, they got to step up their game now to be able to afford to live in this area. So then you become an easier target for them to catch. So it's a combination of bad people coming into the areas and landlords that have property in those areas. And again, unless you as citizens and residents in those areas and communities show a genuine interest and be persistent and consistent in bringing about change in the area so that your neighborhood and communities can be safe, then it's not going to happen. And that's why, unfortunately, a lot of police officers, they have to target those areas, because they already know that that area is going to have a lot of criminal activities going on. They know it's going to be, they know it has now, again, just to reiterate, been deemed as a bad area because bad people are coming into the area and doing bad things and making the area bad. So now everybody, unfortunately, in that area, for the most part, have bullseyes on their backs. The police officers are going to be leery of them if they see you walking. Now, this is outside of the racial profile. I'm not talking about the racial profiling and stereotyping. I'm talking about people who are in those areas. They have lengthy criminal records. They choose to live a life of crime. They do not want to change for the better. They constantly bring turmoil and trouble into the community. They continue on living a criminal life, and they are not trying to better themselves. They don't want to better themselves. Yes, the police officers are going to always keep their eyes on them because they know, excuse me, they know that their reputation is extremely tainted. And you can't blame police officers when they have bullseyed and zoomed in on certain individuals because of their criminal activities, and they continue to have these criminal activities. Nobody is making them go out there and commit these crimes. They're doing it because they want to. You know, I was raised in an area that, when I was a little girl, it wasn't the best area. There was a lot of criminal activities going on in that area, gang banging. I've seen girls get gang raped. I've seen people get robbed, get beat down. I've seen people properties getting broken into, both residential, commercial. I've seen teenagers get shot. I've been in the midst of gunfire, like massive gunfire, just and not just in bad areas or areas that are necessarily deemed bad, but because you have bad people that will even come to good areas, and they will bring their bad habits, of course, and their bad ways and mannerisms to those areas and cause problems in those areas. So may have been exposed to a lot of stuff like that from childhood even up to adulthood. May have seen so much. And the thing that I noticed the most is that the police officers are always forced to patrol certain areas and keep their eyes on certain individuals because of the criminal activities that they do, because of the kind of edgy, rough criminal lifestyle that they choose to live. So yes, the police officers are going to stop people like that when they start seeing them just in the areas and just doing stuff and trying to figure out, like, why are they doing these things? What is wrong with these? You know, what are they up to? Because the police officers know that they're up to something. And then you have, you know, the family members, and you have the friends, and then you have people in areas that don't want to say anything because, you know, they're like, you got the relatives and friends like, well, you know, that's like blood to me. I'm not going to snitch, as they call it, snitching on my boy or on my homegirl. Then you have the people in the community that's like, well, I can't say nothing about them because they may try to come and kill me or somebody in my family. So now you got people who tolerate it because of their love for that individual. Then you have people that tolerate it because of their fear of retaliation by that person, or people that may know that person and that love them dearly. So you have that situation as well going on. However, it's not going to get better until people start standing up, put their foot down, and making a change, voicing their opinions, not just voicing their opinions, but also with their actions. You got to have your actions to back up your words. So if you want change in communities, then you just have to do what you need to do. Because again, it's not areas necessarily that are bad, it's bad people coming into those areas, moving into those areas, visiting those areas that make communities bad. You see people littering in your community, say something. So what? They get mad, curse you out, curse them back out. Duh, they still want to give you flack? Get your phone, record it, send it to the police. Look, this person came in here littering. That's a $300 fine. Get them in their pockets. They'll, you know, usually people don't care really too much about getting locked up, or you start getting in their pockets messing with their money. That usually get their attention. Okay? God bless, one love.